Michigan Magazine is kept on the road by our many Michigan friends. Thunder Bay Resort, a destination for all seasons with special events and packages. Thunder Bay Resort in Hillman. Cops and Doughnuts Bakery, downtown Clare, a winning combination. Cops and Doughnuts. On this week's Michigan Magazine, we share the joy of the hunt as we visit with successful sportsmen and women as they hit the field and streams during the annual November to December firearm deer season here in Michigan. Then a step back in time to a place in southern Michigan, not far from the Ohio border, called Lost Nation. It's the dream of a husband and wife to turn their property into an old west town for family and friends. Well, that dream has ballooned into more than they anticipated. It's all coming up on this week's edition of Michigan Magazine. Your northern experience is never complete without a stop at the historic Ma Dieters of Luzerne. Enjoy the ambiance inside or outside on the huge patio area. Order from the complete menu with entrees served hot, fresh, and good. Come experience Ma Dieters in the heart of God's country, Luzerne, Michigan. Hale Hardware, your do-it center in Hale, Michigan. Much more than a regular hardware store, providing everything you need for whatever your project is, along with a knowledgeable sales staff to get her done. Serving northern Michigan since 1946. Hale Hardware, south of M65 at Ainsley in Hale. The firearm deer hunting season begins November the 15th each year here in Michigan. Back in the early days of the 40s, 50s, and 60s, the whitetail season was one families look forward to anxiously to help get them through the hard times. Venison on the table was quite the treat, and when there was more than one hunter in the family, kept the proverbial wolf away from the door. In our family, relatives from all corners of the state made their way to northern Michigan, while schools were let out early or canceled altogether in anticipation of huge traffic flows north. It was a holiday season of sorts. The adults would hit the woods way before sunrise, waiting for the first sign of daylight and hopefully a big buck in their sights. Evenings were filled with stories of the hunt and freshly prepared venison, potatoes and gravy, corn and biscuits, with pumpkin pie made for a feast. For many, this was a tradition. On this edition, we get to share the excitement of a few recent hunts as we talked with lucky hunters as they checked in with Michigan Magazine TV on the road. Okay, here we are, Parkview Acres, and the first report of the day that we've got. And what have we got here? First of all, what's your name?
Carl McGregor.
Carl, and
Yep.
where are you from?
Lupton, Michigan, and
Okay.
Sunrise Cafe.
Oh, okay.
So, get a
Well,
little punch on
congratulations. You've got
Yep.
here, what have you got? And tell us the story.
I guess I called it a spike horn.
Uh-huh.
I'm up in the elevated blind, looked out, and he wasn't 30 yards from my blind.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
my.
I almost passed it up, but when I see it look like this, I figured
Yeah?
I
Oh.
got to work tonight, so I had to get it over with this morning.
Well, you've
So,
got meat on the table now, don't
Yep,
you?
yep,
Yeah, very
yep.
good. Well,
Yeah,
congratulations.
first one in 3 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that is. Are you going back out or no? Or?
No, I have to work tonight.
Oh, okay.
Fish fry tonight. So.
Fish fry tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, over there at Sunrise, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right, we've got some lucky hunters and huntresses. Who's going to tell us about the big?
That little girl right there.
You got this.
The whole story.
Oh my goodness. Let me get over here away from the sun here.
Okay.
Turn around here. What's your name and where are you from?
My name's Mackenzie.
Okay.
I'm from Bay City.
Bay City.
Yep.
Okay. What have you got here?
Oh, I got a nice 8-point.
An 8-point. What's the story? How did you do it and where did you find it?
Well, he was chasing a doe. We got some shooting lanes and started out way off to the right. Just kept looking at him in the scope all the way down, and
Uh-huh.
and I just saw that perfect shot. My dad said I can shoot.
Uh-huh.
You know.
Well,
And
how long have you been hunting?
Oh, I've been coming up here with my dad ever since I was little, but I've last couple of years I've actually been the one trying to shoot one. So.
Oh, I see. So this is your first?
Yep.
Oh,
first year.
congratulations.
Thank you
Oh
very
my
much.
goodness. How long were you out in the field before this prize came along?
Oh, probably about 2 hours.
2 hours, not long.
Yeah, not
Okay.
long at all.
Where at? What area?
Just about 2 miles down the road, right here, Reno City.
Good. very good. Well, are you going to go back out a little later, or is this pretty much you're going to wrap it up with this, or what?
No, I'm gonna go back out, see what else we can do, and probably stay till Sunday night.
Excellent.
Coming through quite a ways out, we picked up some movement, and we had a couple lanes. We could see it coming through, and it was working its way further out. We didn't think we were going to get a shot, but it just got in a spot. The doe stopped and looked at us, and as she was walking through, he came walking through, and she shot it walking. It wasn't a standing shot, probably 100 yards out. One of the better deers that we've taken out of there in all the years I've been hunting over here.
How have you been doing?
Not as well as my daughter. I just came back from Wyoming, so I had my fun out there.
Okay.
So she was at the helm this time around.
Well, I tell you what, best of luck and congratulations, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Greatly appreciate it.
My name's Paul Morosky. I was fishing the Osabo. We boat launched at the Whirlpool down the road a couple miles, and I got my limit of steelhead. We were fishing steelhead.
How long have you been fishing?
We were fishing for about 4 or 5 hours. Started fishing around 4 years old, so.
Get any record sizes there today, or?
No, they were small skippers, 20 inchers.
Good evening. You gonna go back out and do some more?
No, we're headed home.
Well, where are you from?
Roscommon.
Well, thank you very much for sharing with us, and wish you best of luck. Are you a hunter at all?
Yeah, I do hunting. I do duck hunting.
Oh, okay.
We're going out tomorrow.
Lay up boat, or?
No, we're just going out in a boat.
Okay.
We're going to do some fishing and hunting at the same time, so. Yeah.
In our area near South Lyon, I'm seeing tons of deer. I mean, there's just...
Well, I saw that one that you were showing me. What, an 8-point, was it?
That was an
Not
8
too far
point.
from your back door there.
That was an 8-point, and actually he was the loser of a battle with another big 8-point. Probably a year older deer, I'm imagining 4 or 5 year old deer, but big, healthy bucks. And at one time we had at least 3 8-points coming into our property.
Wow.
So, and they were all trophy class deer. And then I shot, as I mentioned to you, I shot at one that was about 2 miles from our house during bow archery season. That was every bit as big as the ones that are running my backyard. So there's a good, healthy population of nice big bucks. But I'm imagining because of the population and the subdivisions in the area, and there's not much hunt pressure in situations like that.
That's true, but you've been hunting for how long now? You're a bow hunter, right?
I stick with archery even during gun season. I might be out toting a bow, but I've archery hunted for about 10 years. I hunted as a kid. My dad and brother both were avid hunters, deer hunters, and primarily during gun season.
Right.
And I just kind of got out of it. I hunted for a few years as a kid, kind of got away from it, and always enjoyed shooting a bow, but never hunted with a bow. So about 10 years ago, I made the decision to try it.
That's
to see.
a little more. I would say it's a little more down to earth. I think bow hunting is more one with the animal, maybe perhaps.
Well, I call it it's kind of a purist,
thing?
Purist hunter.
It's amazing that this is a tradition in northern Michigan. I mean,
it is.
Back in the 60s and in that part of I remember this place was just teeming with hunters. This was more or less a holiday for a lot of people.
Well, even my father, as a kid, a young man, I'll say, had a group of people that were primarily cousins and uncles and things like that. And they used to tent up north of, or I guess it would be east of Lewiston. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Up in that area, and they tented during a big part of the season. They would bring up straw and lay their tents on that straw, and they'd sleep in cots and all that stuff.
It was a special time of the year, and it is. You go further north into the UP, it is still, deer hunting camp is really a big tradition.
Right, and I think there's still a lot of that goes on in state parks and such, where the guys are actually up camping as a group, and it's guys playing cards all night and then trying to get up in the morning kind of thing.
It never happens.
Yeah, and they survive on chili and bean soup, and oh my gosh.
Thanks again, Dean.
Oh, you're
Appreciate
welcome
that.
very much. Thanks
And
for having
enjoy.
me.
What kind of coffee you got there? Cops Coffee.
Cops Coffee.
Oh boy,
There you
the
go.
only coffee.
There's a plug.
There's a plug. Thanks, Dean. Appreciate
You're welcome.
that. Michigan Magazine is being brought to you in part by Something Special's cooking hot and delicious. Indulge yourself at Morning at Maggie's in Bay City. Omelets, frittatas, hotcakes, and more. Make every day special with a stop at Morning at Maggie's for breakfast or lunch on Saginaw in Bay City. The Michigan-made rebounding mailbox pull. Never again worry about the winter snowplow taking out your mailbox with this ingenious rebounding pull. Your mailbox takes a hit and keeps coming back year after year. Call now or visit their website, toughmailboxes.com. Santa's favorite stop, Rooftop Landing Reindeer Farm of Clare. Come see and pet real reindeer. Visit the gift shop, get your picture taken in Santa's sleigh. Fun for the whole family. 'Tis the season, open weekends now through December 21st. Rooftop Landing Reindeer Farm, Clare. Santa's reindeer from Rooftop Landing are on the road this week in the following cities and times. Meet the reindeer, then visit the Rooftop Landing Reindeer Farm in Clare for holiday fun. Open weekends through December 21st. Luzerne Express Campground is the premier campground with everything to make your northern adventure complete. Modern and rustic campsites, equestrian campers welcome, a huge market with bakery and deli, nearby RV, hiking, and horse trails, along with a complete canoe, raft, and kayak rental. Visit us online, then call for more information and reserve your spot today. This is Lost Nations. It's really not a nation, and it's really not an actual town or village. It's not really even lost. It's located in the backyard of Sylvia and Roger Stiles near Hastings, Michigan. What it is the product of the love and imagination of Sylvia and Roger. Sylvia's creative love of art is where the seed came from. Her paintings and creations can be found on display throughout the village. Sylvia's need to complete her works right down to the rustic frames made from barnwood necessitated a dependable supply of the antique wood. That supply was assured, but only by purchasing entire old barns. More than enough barnwood was harvested. That's where the love of the Old West, art, and the carpentry skills and imagination of Roger came into play.
It was piled up. What do we do with it? And I said, well, why don't we build a store? And it just took off from there.
And the Mercantile, is that
Yeah.
one of the first
Yeah.
ones that you did?
Yeah.
Or? Okay.
And then the jail.
So you're telling me this all started pretty much out of the collection of scrap wood for frames? Is that
Yes.
what it was? Oh
Yes.
my gosh,
Yeah.
what a story.
We cut a lot of logs off the property and
We had-
brought the Army sawmill over here and they cut them up for us and they took half the wood for pay, so we didn't really have to spend a lot of money to do this. And we got some real good Amish friends that helped us an awful lot. We couldn't have done this without them.
So you guys have a kind of an affinity or love for the Old West then, eh? Just
I
kind of.
guess so.
Yeah. I see some of your paintings, your originals. You do it like the Old West and some of the old cowboy heroes and.
I like that,
Yeah,
yeah. They're
yeah.
easy to do. They got a lot of wrinkles. And stuff.
Yes. But I've seen some of your paintings, and this is one of your first loves, is the art world, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But you know, this town is unique in the fact that it's really not a commercial venture. It's just a love of what you're doing, of
Yes.
what it's all about.
Just friends and family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have get-togethers here a lot, do you? Or
Quite a few, yeah.
yeah. And what do you do here? Just have fun, sing,
Yeah,
just.
we have music. We have music coming. Here's our piano. Come over here, piano player.
Oh, piano player. Oh, is this Miss Kitty or what?
This is Miss Nancy.
She's not just a piano player, she's the most awesome piano
Yeah.
player.
Miss
you've
Awesome
ever
piano
heard.
player.
Miss
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I just do my thing.
Oh, all right.
Love to play.
And when she's not playing the piano, she's an investigative reporter.
Oh my!
Yes.
No kidding. Oh,
We
oh.
gotta show them your pride and joy over here.
Oh, yeah.
What is that? Tell us about that. What's that?
I saw a birdhouse at Myers. And
Okay.
I said to my husband, do you think we could build that?
Uh-huh.
He said, yeah, I guess so. You draw it out.
And that's what this is.
That's the outhouse.
We built it twice.
You build it twice. Oh.
One right the first time.
Oh.
How flushes.
We had to have the walls go up.
Oh my. And operational.
It is operational.
Oh boy.
Put the tank up there. Full tank.
Well, by golly.
And this is all cedar off the property. I trimmed it out with them. My wife does all the drywall. She didn't put straw on this one, but you'll see some more of her
Oh
work.
boy. Wonderful. Gee whiz. As Sylvia and Roger gave us a personal tour of their town, guests began to arrive for a day of fun, food, and music. It was an amazing sight, like stepping into a dream world of days gone by. Even a one-room schoolhouse. Remember those? I certainly do. In my dreams, that is.
Okay.
Oh, boy. Oh, my goodness.
Okay, and this,
Oh, wow. There.
This is what I was talking about, the straw she puts on the walls when the mud is wet.
Uh-huh. You had to do some searching for some of these desks, didn't you?
well, a lot of things are given to us.
Uh-huh.
I found these at a yard sale, and then Roger's
My niece gave us that one.
Yes, so.
Boy.
And the leftover floor, and the doors are closet doors.
Oh, wow. This is really nice.
And she needed a desk for the teacher, so I built that.
Oh, boy.
This is a piece of masonite that I put blackboard paint on.
Oh, that's really nice. You've taken a lot of work. You guys don't have any free time, do you? I mean, this is your free time. I mean, if you...
Well, we go dancing every
Yeah, there you go.
John and I were playing music at Cass County Fair, and the ladies from the Old Rugged Church were selling food in the building, so we marched right in the kitchen playing the Old Rugged Cross. And they adopted us and they fed us for a week for free. So I named my church after them.
The Old Rugged Cross Church. Oh, my. Oh, my goodness. Complete with a pew.
And I built a popple out of some of our cedar, or the pulpit.
Oh, my goodness. What an amazing project Sylvia and Roger have created and continue to create, with new dreams coming into focus to expand just a bit more. We've all heard that famous line from Field of Dreams, if you build it, they'll come. Well, it's true, but Roger and Sylvia are very selective as to who they are. It's family and friends only that know the location of Lost Nations. Our journey and tour continued with a dance hall modeled after the famous former Graceland Ballroom of Lupton. There's a jail, a blacksmith shop, bunkhouse, and of course Roger's deer blind, disguised as a building in the town that overlooks a lush meadow that would tempt the most cautious of bucks. Roger told us that this was one of the first buildings constructed in Lost Nations, a real necessity with all the modern comforts of home. You may recall we were introduced to Roger Stiles as Spanky of the famous Spanky and Johnny touring duo banjo and accordion player team. The pair can be found at various outlets and county fairs, spreading smiles and old-time music. Partner Johnny was in attendance and on hand at our visit, displaying the other talent of balloon sculpting, an all-around entertainer for kids of all ages. To keep order in Lost Nations that day, Sylvia cleverly and with much thought officially deputized all the young ones. Their duty? To keep the peace. And it worked. It certainly was a day of great fellowship, with family and friends arriving with arms full of food to add to the potluck dinner that was served out of the bunkhouse. What a feast! And the day was capped off with live music and plenty of dancing. We thank Roger and Sylvia for sharing Lost Nations with us and our viewers. The day was a perfect example of a couple's love for each other and making each other's dreams come true, and at the same time bringing friends and family together to relax, have fun, laugh, and forget that busy world out there by becoming a part, if for just the day, of Lost Nations, somewhere in the rolling hills near Hillsdale, Michigan.
'Cause I'm always here at home till closing time. Thanks to you, I'm always here till closing time.
Experience the beauty, artistry, and taste of Northern Michigan. Come to Amish Country Natural Products on Mount Tom Road, north of Mile, just off M33. From arts and crafts to fresh foods and vegetables, all natural, all local, all good. Stop by, get acquainted with Amish Country Natural Products, 1454 North Mount Tom Road, Mile. Clemix Sales and Service on Mapes Road, west of Mile, your complete recreational vehicle sales and service connection. Visit their beautiful showroom of new and pre-owned ATVs, lawnmowers, power equipment, snowmobiles, utility vehicles, and more. Clemix Sales and Service is also the home of the American-made Victory motorcycle line on display at Clemix on Mapes Road, Mile. Thanks for joining us along Michigan's back roads. Here's this week's phrase of the day. Michigan's state stone is the Petoskey. Send it to us along with your name, address, and phone number to the addresses listed below. If you've already entered but haven't won recently, your entry is still in our entry bin, so no need to worry unless you'd like to increase your chances. Enter again. We hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving and hope you're bracing yourself for the upcoming wintry weather and Christmas cheer. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time on the next edition of Michigan Magazine. We'd like to thank all those that help keep Michigan Magazine on the road. Thunder Bay Resort, a destination for all seasons with special events and packages. Thunder Bay Resort in Hillman. Shopping for that special person just got easier when you shop at Rose City Drug at 2640 North M33, just south of the Rose City city limits. You'll find gifts for everyone on your list from 1 to 100. Shop online or in person at Rose City Drug, Rose City. Rose Valley Winery on Beechwood Road in Rose City. See what thousands are raving about, creating a delicious variety of award-winning Michigan wines. Stop by and taste for yourself. The taste of Michigan is yours at Rose Valley Winery.